Young man and young woman. Again, these titles are perfect for your teenage boy or your teenage girl. If you have young men at home, you will know how difficult sometimes they get to an age that is not easy to deal with them, and sometimes they don't even understand themselves. So these books are really for that purpose. How can they understand what is going on in their life? Puberty is a time that everything is changing. The body is changing, the mind is changing. They change their mind. One day they like pink, the next day they like purple, and the next day the favorite color in the whole world is red, and they don't know why. So how can they understand what is happening in their lives, in their bodies, in their hormones? All of these issues are being addressed in this book. In these titles. Whether you have a boy or a girl at home, these titles will actually help us to have a communication with them, to start speaking to each other. One of the things that we find very difficult as parents is to speak the language that our teenage will understand and they will respect. Because they think probably we're living in 2 centuries ago, not even one, but 2 centuries ago. So how can I be up to date with what is going on in their life? Do I understand what is happening at high school with them, at college? Do I understand what is going on, the pressures that they have, especially with social media these days, with internet, Twitter? Everything is pressure on them, not only to perform well at school, but also to look great, to speak well, to have the right kind of friends, the right kind of clothes, the right kind of everything. So how can I help my child, my teenager? Don't call them child, because he will be very upset or she will be very upset. So I must remember that. How can we help our teenagers to understand that there are other more important things in life? But at the same time, even if they don't want to talk to you, they still need to understand for themselves, especially on issues on sexuality. Sometimes we as parents, we are either a little bit shy, or we don't have the right information, or we just say they will understand when they grow old, and by the time they grow old, it's too late. Unfortunately, in our society, we have a lot of teenage pregnancies, and we have issues with HIV and many other diseases that you need to be able to prevent from early age. When you speak to your teenagers about these issues, they will understand better. So make sure that you help prevent many of these situations that we have in our society today, whether it's violence, whether it's alcohol, whether it's unwanted pregnancies. So young men and young women, for all those clubs and schools, they need to have this material. All of the schools are studying sexuality as a part of the curriculum. This could be part of the textbook because it covers all the different aspects from a young age to an older. So the schools are perfect, but even young sports clubs. Do you know any sports clubs that play rugby or cricket or football? I'm sure the coaches want to have the kids, even Boy Scouts clubs, Pathfinders, they want to be able to see that the kids are performing well. And if they're getting into trouble with many other things around, they will not perform well. So they want to be healthy. The clubs want the children, the teenagers, the young people to be healthy, to be strong, so they can perform well. So how can they perform well? If they have all the right mind in the right place. Young man, young woman can help you as a parent, you as a teacher, you as a mentor to understand that and to help them to understand as well.